determine possible functions f and g so that y equals f of g of x. This is practicing seeing one function inside of another. The composition of functions, and this is a skill that's going to help you leading forward when you take calculus, is being able to recognize when one function is inside of another. That's what the composition of functions says. In this black box, we have the function g of x inside of f of x. So when we're looking at a, in a, does it make sense if I describe that the x minus 2 is inside something getting cubed? Can you see that? And so the way that we could write that in function notation is we could say the inside function, which is my g of x, that's x minus 2. And that inside function, what's happening to it? It's getting cubed. So my outside function is cubing. Does that make sense? So my inside function is x minus 2, and my x minus 2 is getting cubed. So my outside function would be x cubed. In b, can you see a 3 plus x inside of a square root? So I would say my inside function is 3 plus x. And what's happening to the 3 plus x? It's getting square rooted. So my outside function is just the square root of x. And if you'd like, you can take these and test them. You can say, well, what is f of g of x? According to what I have, well, that would equal f of, well, g of x I said was 3 plus x. And f of x is whatever you put in, you square root it. Sure enough, it matches up. Being able to see functions inside of other functions is a skill that is important later on when you're doing calculus. You'll be doing derivatives of composite functions and figuring out how to do those. And part of that is recognizing what's the inside function and what's the outside function. Questions for practice on this one are 3, 7, and 9.